Aloha, and welcome to Mana Inspiration with yours truly, Note Endurance. And like always, we're going to have our weekly scripture. This week's scripture is in Ephesians 4:31, which says, "Let all bitterness and wrath, clamor, slander be put away from you, along with malice." As I was digging into the scripture, it came up multiple times throughout the week. And also, I was being challenged with my own bitterness. So I started asking myself this question is where do I find myself when things are not going according to plan? Am I getting bitter or am I getting better? Now, I think when you start to get bitter, that's when it opens the door for jealousy, anger, hate in your heart towards others, and it starts eventually making you not happy. From there, I looked at it as the shift and getting better. When you get better, you tend to focus on your why. You have more purpose of what you're doing. You tend to let things go because they're not important because you have your blinders on and you have tunnel vision on what's important for your life. Joy and happiness starts to enter in what you do and how you talk. So I think when you start shifting to get better, that makes the big difference from getting bitter. Those are the results of getting bitter. They always say, well, not they, but Les Brown says 1 minute of anger robs you of 60 seconds of happiness. So are you robbing yourself of your own happiness? Or are you getting better and developing that joy and excitement on what the direction your life is headed? Now, if you start heading in the bitter direction or getting bitter or just can't get it out, I always say it's like an addiction. There's steps in order to work these things out, just like there is with an addiction. Now, first one is identify your triggers, recognize warning signs. Your car, when something's going to happen, the check engine light comes on. Now, are you paying attention to your check engine light? Are you getting those warning signs? That way, you're able to stop anything that happens in the future. They always say if you don't fix that one problem, it cancers out into others, like the mechanic, or your car getting fixed. Are you going to cancer out into others, or are you going to nip it in the bud, get that fixed, check that engine? Now, second is pray, talk with somebody, use exercise, maybe meditate on it. That way, you don't react in a way that you're going to regret. If you pray on it, if you talk through it with somebody, if you exercise, by the time you come back, your answer or action will be different from when you were first, I would say, upset or being very bitter. Third is change the pattern and put a meaning behind it. What I mean is an anchor. An anchor is your why. You got to anchor it with the reason why you're doing something. If you don't anchor it, it won't make any difference. It won't make a purpose. It won't give that meaning of why you're doing what you're doing. So they say it takes 60 seconds. Well, they, as in experts, say it takes 60 days to develop or break a habit. Now, what's stopping you from starting today and beginning your 60 to develop becoming better instead of regressing and becoming bitter? Life gives you lemons, so we make lemonade, you know? And here's another quote. It says, "The best views come after the hardest climbs." So, Are you on the hard climb? Because if so, that view is not too far away. Because once you get to that momentum of getting up that hill, the view is beautiful and it's all worth it. So I ask you today, what are you choosing? Are you choosing to be bitter or are you choosing to be better? Let's focus on basically not making ourselves in that bitterness to where we're seeking revenge, and we're seeking our why, so that way it makes us fulfilled with our days and our future looks brighter. Aloha, guys. Thanks for watching. Salute to the troops. Like the message, subscribe, share it with others. But here in Mana Inspiration, like I say in every video, we are here to get through this thing called life together. Aloha again. You guys have a blessed week. Thanks.